What's going on, guys? Welcome to another ticker fee video and welcome to the ticker fee family. As you can see, we're going to be talking about Metamaterial. Now, you will see the ticker symbol TRCH, but this is going to be the last time that I'm going to be showing it on some of these videos. And the reason why is because they finally have merged. Metamaterial is the official stock on the market, so I'm extremely pumped. What we're going to be talking about is how Torchlight announces the payment, a special Series A preferred stock. We're going to be talking about the reverse stock split, and we're going to do a stock chart analysis on MMATF. So I am super excited. I really do appreciate you tuning in. And I know we've been going through this crazy hurricane through these past couple months. I know we've had a lot of correction going on, a lot of manipulation in the market, a lot of fear. But finally, I feel like we're finally getting to the beach. We're finally starting to see the sun come out again. And so let's go ahead and break down this stock. Okay, so now if you're tuning in for the first time, what I wanted to point out, if you actually check out my page and scroll down all the way to about 3 months, you'll be able to see that I've been talking about Metamaterial for the past 3 months, and I've been breaking it down, not only Metamaterial, but if you look at other videos, you'll be able to see as well Torchlight Energy. And so I've been talking about this stock for the past 3 months, coming up on 4, and I am just so ecstatic to finally be, getting around the curve, getting to that next quarter and finally seeing some results, because we've been breaking it down and finding these catalysts for a while. But I just wanted to point out that I am personally highly invested in this stock. And so I just wanted to show you some of my due diligence. Okay, so if you're tuning in for the first time and you hear Metamaterial and Torchlight Energy, just know that it's all about Metamaterial. And the reason why is due to the technology. Now, the applications of the process that Metamaterial has in designing and developing and manufacturing such functional materials allows them to be in many different sectors. So you're looking at electronics, 5G communications, health and wellness, aerospace, automotive, and so on, even clean energy. So it's all about that. So the reason why they're with Torchlight Energy is they needed to merge in order to be part of the market. So you're going to get Torchlight Energy for the dividends, and which we're going to talk about later in this video. But it's all about Metamaterials. So super excited. And so let's actually break down the latest summary. Okay, so Torchlight announces payment of a special Series A preferred stock dividend, a 1-to-2 reverse stock split, and planned closing on the arrangement agreement with Metamaterial. Again, remember, between Torchlight Energy and Metamaterial, it's all about Metamaterial. So Torchlight is an oil and gas exploration company that announced it's paid the special Series A preferred stock dividend on a 1-for-1 basis to stockholders of the record on June 24, 2021. So what we're going to be looking at is what is a Series A preferred stock. Now, Torchlight also announced that it implemented a 1-for-2 reverse stock split of its common stock. So I highlighted both those in red because that's what I'm going to break down. What is a reverse stock split? You hear the terminology all the time, but no one ever explains what that actually means and what does that mean for the stockholder themselves. What does it mean for the retail investor? So the reverse split, which will become effective after market closing on June 25th, 2021, was approved by the stockholders of the Torchlight at its special shareholders meeting held on, which I highlighted, June 11th, 2021. Again, the 1-for-2 ratio represents the lowest amount Torchlight may implement under the 1-to-20 range that was previously approved by the stockholders. So let's see what the Series A is, as well as the reverse stock split for the common stock. Okay, so what is a Series A financing? So Series A financing refers to an investment in a privately held startup company that has shown progress in building its business model, right, and demonstrates the potential growth in generating revenue. We've seen that in the past couple months. We've actually seen it starting in 2020. So here are the key takeaways for Series A's financing. It is a level of investment in the startup, right, for the follows initial seed capital, generally bringing in investments in the tens of millions of dollars. A startup will generally draw the level of financing only after it has demonstrated a viable business model with a strong growth potential. So a Series A's financing enables a startup that has a potential but lacks needed cash to expand its operation through hiring, purchasing inventory, equipment, and pursuing those long-term goals. Now, a Series A financiers typically gain a large or controlling interest in the startup company in exchange for the investment and the risk they are taking. Now, keep in mind, the whole reason Metamaterial merged with Torchlight Energy is due to being on the market. It has nothing to do with the Series A financing. Now, understanding a Series A financing. Initially, a startup company relies on small investors for seed capital to begin the operations. Now, seed capitals can come from entrepreneurs and founders of the company or angel investors. Now, crowdsourcing is another way as well for the angel investors to access that investment. Now, the main difference between a seed capital and a Series A funding is the amount of money involved in what form of ownership or participation in the investor receives. So seed capital will usually be a smaller amount, while Series A financing is typically in the millions of dollars, which we've seen so far on the chart analysis for Metamaterial. So Series A financing comes from well-established venture capital, or VCs, which I'm sure you've heard many times on many different platforms, right? Which manage multi-billion-dollar portfolios of multiple investments in startups and early development companies. Now, what is a reverse stock split? So a reverse stock split is a measurement taken by companies to reduce the number of outstanding shares in the market. So here are the key takeaways. A company performs a reverse stock split to boost its stock price by decreasing the number of shares outstanding. A reverse stock split has no inherent effect of the company's value, with market capitalization remaining the same after it is executed, which makes perfect sense. Now, this path is usually pursued to prevent a stock from being delisted or to improve a company's image and visibility. So how does a reverse stock split work? So during a reverse stock split, a company cancels its current outstanding stock and distributes new shares to its shareholders in proportion to the number of shares they owned before the reverse split. So here's an example. For a 1 to 10 reverse split, shareholders receive a 1 share of the company's new stock for every 10 shares that they own. In other words, a shareholder who held 1,000 shares would end up with 100 shares after the reverse stock split was complete. So hopefully this will help explain a little bit further on the summary that I'm going to be dissecting, just to get a little better background. Okay, so Torchlight also announced that the steps necessary to close the business combination was completed June 25th, 2021, and therefore Torchlight expects that the business combination will be effective June 28th. Okay, now this is going to be commencing as well on June 28, 2021, and Torchlight name will be changed to Metamaterial, and its common stock will be trading on the ticker symbol MMAT. So prior to the implementation of the reverse stock split, it was expected that the Metamaterial Inc. shareholders would receive 3.690 shares of Torchlight common stock in exchange for each of the shares of Metamaterial. Now, this exchange ratio was planned to result in the Metamaterial shareholders owning approximately 75% of the resulting post-merger company. So Metamaterial is subject to financing prior to the closing of the business combination. So this is what I highlighted right at the end, and then we're going to finish this video with the chart analysis. So to ensure the Metamaterial Inc. shareholders own the same approximate 75% of the reverse split, which we just talked about, the exchange ratio was divided by 2 to 1.845 shares of Torchlight, which will be renamed Metamaterials as of Monday morning, which I'm sure you've seen on whichever platform you use, for example, as Fidelity or whatnot, when you're buying these stocks, Robinhood as well. So for each share of Metamaterial Inc. to reflect the reverse split impact on total outstanding shares of Torchlight. So guys, leave a comment down below if you own this stock, if you bought it before, if you were part of the record of date. Leave a comment down below. I am just so excited about this whole entire situation. So let's go ahead and finish this video off. Okay, so with Metamaterial, like I said, I've been talking about them for the past 3 months, but I know some of you have been owning this stock a little bit longer than that. So when we were talking about it, at that time, Metamaterial was hovering around between $2 and $3. Now, like I said, we've been explaining the catalyst month after month, week after week, day after day on what the company was all about, what the future was holding. And now, just fast forwarding, it's already much, much higher, over 100%. 200% to where it's at today. And as you can see, it's only continuing to climb. So it's been an extremely exciting adventure so far. And so again, leave a comment down below if you own this stock, if you thought about buying it, or if this is your first time hearing about it. So thank you so much for listening to this video, and welcome to the TickerFeed family.